Get in, loser. We're going podcasting.
Rock on. You can unlock the door first.
Maybe.
Warning. Pregnant women, the elderly, and children under 16 should avoid prolonged exposure to Dirt Diggler. Dirt Diggler may suddenly accelerate to dangerous speeds. Dirt Diggler has high gluten content and is not kosher, halal, or vegan safe. Do not ingest Dirt Diggler, as Dirt Diggler is for external use only. Discontinue listening to Dirt Diggler if any of the following occurs: itching, vertigo, dizziness, discoloration of urine, tingling in extremities, loss of balance or coordination, slurred speech, temporary blindness, profuse sweating, heart palpitations, increased use of profanity. If listening to Dirt Diggler gives you an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, you're welcome. Listening to Dirt Diggler may lead to unplanned pregnancies. If Dirt Diggler begins to smoke, get away immediately. Seek shelter and cover head. Dirt Diggler may stick to certain types of skin. When not in use, Dirt Diggler should be returned to a special container and kept under refrigeration. The ingredients of Dirt Diggler include, but are not limited to, a glowing substance which fell to the earth, presumably from outer space, and bad memories. Do not taunt Dirt Diggler. Dirt Diggler does not come with a lifetime guarantee. Dirt Diggler. Enjoy the show.
Extra heat.
Well, all right. It is Dirt Diggler's shitty sports show. I am the Dirt Diggler, the dirtiest Diggler, Service Diggler, the Dirt Cut Diggler. I got with me,
It's Kenny the Dork, who has wheels now.
who has wheels now, and on the line, of course, I have.
Gianni, the KC chick with LA branches.
Right. All right. So we didn't do a show last week. Why? Because the Dork had to get situated with the wheels. The Dork is now mobile. We have a mobile Dork, ladies and gentlemen.
A mobile dork is dangerous.
Stand the fuck by.
Well, not only that, but I spent some quality time with Mama Dork.
You know, it's nice to see. Nice to spend time with your mom, dude. It's always good. You can spend
Yeah,
some good time with your parents. You know, it's nice.
We went to a redneck wedding and we drank mango-ritas.
Mango. What the fuck's a mango Rita?
It's like limerita.
That's
Wait, are those? Do they come in cans?
Yeah. They're actually really potent and delicious.
like that's actually a thing.
Yeah, it is. Budweiser makes them.
Yeah, it is.
My buddy calls them thought
But
juice.
but like
Wow.
one of the main courses at said redneck wedding. By the way, you ready for this?
I am ready.
Well, it was a smoked pork that they had killed 12 hours prior.
See, I'm good with that. I'm good with murdering your animal as soon as possible before actually cooking it and eating it.
And smoked
I mean, at least it's fresh.
bologna.
Wait, hold on. You can smoke bologna?
Smoked bologna.
Was it like Oscar Mayer bologna, or was it just like...
It was like a whole damn roll.
like they made a roll of bologna,
No. They bought a roll of bologna at the grocery
and
store.
then
Cut
they
it.
smoked that.
They smoked it.
That's just...
That's rural Kentucky. I was in the middle of
I'm
rural
not even mad at
Kentucky.
that.
I did not even have a signal, and I am on Verizon, for God's sakes.
I'm not... Wow. I'm not even mad. Hey, Gianni, remember growing up, we had to fry the bologna, and then you ate it with like some mustard or something?
Yeah, we actually did like mayo, and
Wow.
it was like mayo.
Yeah.
Sometimes
no, this
pickles.
wasn't fried.
Yeah,
Sometimes
the
pickles.
fried-
I didn't have
fried
all that
bologna.
shit, so I was just like white bread, mustard,
Yeah,
maybe some cheese.
yeah, like
fried
that
bologna.
Yeah.
cheese food stuff.
Yeah, maybe some processed American slices, cheese food. But
Right.
hey, look, I'm glad you got to hang out in Kentucky.
It was interesting.
I've been to Louisville, but I haven't been to like bumfuck Kentucky, and I'm in no rush to go there.
Don't.
I'm not. You know, I read history books, man. I'm not fucking going there.
No, don't. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
All right, so all right, let's get into this week's schedule.
Yeah.
All right, so Dwayne Wade apparently joined LeBron at the Cavs, so that'll be interesting, right? The NBA preseason is now underway, so the NBA season is upon us just about. NCAA basketball corruption, who'd have thunk it?
No.
Yeah, hockey.
Never.
Dude, hockey kicked off. Should I say kicked off or dropped the puck?
They dropped the puck.
They dropped the puck in Vegas.
Right.
We've got Kenny, of course, going over the baseball happenings. We have the results of the best sports afro for round one. We got our next matchups for this week. And we have a listener in Texas, Chris Peters, and he sent some emails to us. And we've had some good conversations, and he has some questions that he'd like answered on the show, and we will answer them on the show. We will discuss them. Being that we missed week 3 because we didn't do a show, we're going to cover just a couple of key events of week 3, and then we'll go over week 4 and all the other shit. And we'll do our week 5 uneducated predictions, our shitty beer of the week, and our hot take of the week. So listen, whenever we miss a week, we can't just like come back in and do the exact same shit. We want to add something as like a bonus to say sorry that we missed the week, right? And I know folks have been asking for like a ponder. right? But we've been like, it's been kind of hectic in the world, and it's kind of hard to bring a ponder. We probably should, for the sake of getting away from all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But we have some new stuff that we're putting into the show that I think will suffice in lieu of a ponder for this week, and we'll have to give you a ponder next week. We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look forward for a type of ponder next week. So let's get into it. Dwayne Wade went to the Cavs. So how many knees does he have left? What, half a knee now? Negative
I
three?
think he's got one on Amazon. Amazon Prime order.
He's definitely a Prime guy. Amazon Prime guy.
Yeah, he's got the drone delivery service.
Did he? Is that something you get when you break that tax bracket? You get drone delivery?
Yeah. You get the drone delivery within an hour.
So he left Chicago, which is now an active fucking trash fire.
Yeah.
Because they're terrible. And he goes to Cleveland to play with LeBron. Now, what was interesting was Kyrie Irving's reaction to this. Because he was like, fine, about time. Because all I could ever hear was, that's not how Wade would do it. That's not how Wade would do it like this. And Dwayne would do it like this. And like, wow, Kyrie, bruh, you want to hug? Like, you sounded like super fucking bitter. But, if I'm a young dude, and I'm over here going to the finals and shit, and I'm constantly being compared to the other guy with multiple rings, I guess my ego would be a little fragile, but apparently he felt unappreciated by LeBron because of his affections for Wade. So that's one of the motivating reasons why he wanted to trade, was because he could never be Wade.
We definitely knew that. I mean, this just really feels like Shaq and Kobe 2.0 with a couple less rings and, like without the whatever sex scandal or whatever they was going on there, but
there was some shit.
It feels very sandboxy. It feels
it's a very streamlined version of Shaq and Kobe.
It is childish, Gianni. You're right. It's 100% fucking childish. However, these guys, their mental state is a huge part of the game. So if he's feeling like a second-class citizen or a piece of shit constantly, when eventually, I guess it's going to take its toll. Now,
once the germ of the thought's in your mind, it never goes away.
It never goes away. So, LeBron,
I get that, but you're out of Cleveland now, so I'm like, move on, dude.
He's out of Cleveland, but he's fresh out of Cleveland. It's not like he left 2-3 years ago.
He hasn't played meaningful games in Boston.
He hasn't played. He hasn't done anything in Boston yet. So he hasn't really had any time to get over it. What he needs is a good rebound team. Really, after that breakup,
a banner 18 kind of moment.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think he wants it, and that's what it's going to take to get it out of his system, but
maybe,
not anytime soon.
It's going to, I think. But the biggest problem I have with right now is the Cavaliers. Dwayne Wade about 10 years ago would have been fantastic, but we're not getting a healthy Dwayne Wade.
Nope.
Right, you're getting what's left of Dwayne Wade.
He might play 15 minutes a game.
If that, so they're gonna have to do some serious minutes management with their roster because of how old and broken down these motherfuckers are. So, I mean, end of the season, there's no way they're gonna get to the finals anywhere near full strength with what they need to compete with the West. Right? No fucking way in hell.
No.
It's simply not gonna happen.
Not only that, even if Golden State doesn't make the finals, there's Houston, San Antonio, ready. And Oklahoma City,
maybe
for that
OKC
matter.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, there are four teams.
Looks like
the top 4 teams in the West are all better than any of the top 2 teams in the East.
At this point, yes.
Yeah.
But it's a marathon. You got to make it to the finals. Got to make it through the postseason. Shit happens. People go down. Rosters get old. But I don't know. I mean, if you took the roster and immediately put them in the finals, yes, everybody's fresh and healthy. Cleveland's got a fighting chance as anyone else does. I just don't see them making it through a 98 game fucking slog. I don't
100
game slog. I don't see it happening.
I mean, you're assuming if you go 98, you're assuming it's 4 sweeps.
Yeah. Well.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Which is not going to happen. So.
No. There's going to be some dogfight in the East and the West. To be honest with you,
True.
I think as dominant as Golden State is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the last time the Celtics won the title, they went and played in the most games of any NBA champion ever.
Well, yeah.
They came short. They were 1 round short of. No, actually 2 rounds. Where they had 2 rounds of 7 games and 2 rounds of 6.
Whew.
That's a slog.
That's a slog. That's a postseason slog. But that's what makes legends.
Yeah. That's what makes KG shouting "anything is possible" great.
Goddamn KG.
That was so great.
Dude, that guy's insane.
He is insane, but he was in a bar fight.
Right. But here's the thing: it's also going to.
Go ahead, Gianni.
I was gonna say it's also gonna really challenge Tyronn Lue. Like Tyronn Lue is going to this is his time to really shine as far as how he's gonna manage these guys and their minutes.
Yeah, he's got a lot of egos to manage on that team.
Egos and health. I mean, you've got D Rose, you've got all these dudes that are basically the JV team now because of injuries.
Yeah.
So,
well, it'll be interesting to watch.
Well, all right. So we mentioned bar fights a second ago. Who would you rather have as your wingman in a bar fight? Kevin Garnett or Charles Barkley?
KG.
Oh, Kevin Garnett.
Really?
Yeah, without even thinking.
Wow.
Without even
Charles
thinking.
Barkley can't fight. Charles Barkley was getting basketballs bounced off his head. He cannot fight.
By who, Shaq?
Well, and not only that, but
Yes.
KG was always good at getting his opponent to do something costly first.
All right,
Exactly.
all right. Would you rather have
You
Dennis
can get
Rodman or
inside
Ron
your head.
Artest?
Oh, wow.
I think I'd take Rodman, if only because Artest seems like the kind of guy that provokes you into the fight you don't want.
See, I think Artest would do what it takes to win. Like if there's
I understand that.
If there's a chair, a broken bottle, a fucking chandelier, hey, look, everything's a weapon of opportunity.
But with Rodman, he has your back in a fight that you guys, it wasn't your fault. Every fight Artest has ever been in, it was his fault.
Hey, look, the reason behind the fight
But
is irrelevant.
here's I'm taking Rodman because I feel like he can always pull a heel out of his purse.
Wow.
Like, I feel like he can.
You also
can
know
pull
that
it.
he's not going to be shy. He'll grab your balls for you.
Yeah, he is
Sure
not
will.
shy, fellas.
Yeah, not shy.
Watch yourself.
Come for a fight, leave in a relationship.
All right. Oh, that's corrupt.
So the NBA preseason's underway. All right, so we get to see the Rooks play, right? Some of the Rooks.
Yeah.
Some of them,
Yeah. The Sixers were playing the Celtics yesterday. I was keeping an eye on that game. It was close.
Yeah.
I was looking. I didn't see Fultz play. Of course, Embiid didn't play because he's got to be in bubble wrap at all
I
times.
gotta tell you, Jason Tatum looked really good last night.
There's some good-looking rookies. However, when the bosses step on the court, that's when we're going to see these teams. So right now, this is like a summer league 2.
Yeah.
But it just means
Electric
that
Boogaloo?
No.
You don't set me up like that
I
and
did.
expect a delivery.
I did. You did well. So
I know.
But yeah. So the NBA season's getting wound up, which is good. Which is good. I mean, there's been a lot of unexpected moves this postseason.
Well, we've talked a lot about the trades in depth.
We
talked.
have.
Yeah, and now it's time to play the games, and I'm
the games
excited.
The games are coming. Let's see who makes it through the season.
Please, not Golden State.
It's gonna be, dude. Golden State's gonna be.
I know, but I say please, not them.
Yeah.
A fella can dream.
They are built for the long haul.
Yeah,
They are built.
They are.
But the Kevin Durant jokes never get old.
Because he was a
No.
Bitch. All right,
I'm telling you that if OKC ends up winning, he's gonna go back begging and pleading.
like Russ.
It's gonna be
Russ, hey, let's
please,
talk about
baby,
this.
baby, please.
Oh man, Russ don't want nothing to do with him, dude. Them guys hated each
Yeah,
other
right,
when they
like-
were playing together.
Yeah, like Russ will be like, man, ain't nobody got time for that.
Then again, like George got to make it through a season healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melo has
Yeah.
got to realize he doesn't need to jack up 50 shots.
See, I don't know how they're going to balance that.
I don't either.
Melo doesn't play defense at all.
Well, no.
Once again, it's coaching. It's
Yeah.
it's
That's why I
You
said
know?
that. Yeah, that's why I was stunned he went to OKC and not Houston, because Houston's a perfect spot for him with D'Antoni running the offense. There is no defense.
But he already hates D'Antoni.
That's true, because of his time with the Knicks.
Yeah. But then again, anyone who spent time with the Knicks hates everyone with the Knicks.
Well, that's mostly Dolan's fault.
Oh, okay, yeah. But still, it doesn't change it.
Yeah, true.
I bet you if you go to wherever, if you can dig up wherever the fuck Stephen Marbury is hanging out at.
China.
And you just say the
he's
Knicks,
in China. Yeah.
He'd probably break out in hives and start swearing uncontrollably.
He was so happy to go to the Celtics after that stint
God,
in New
Stephen
York.
Marbury was like Iverson fucking point. He was like the
Starbury.
He could hold his own with Iverson, and
Yeah.
then he went to the Knicks, and it was just like, nope, shit sandwich.
Shit sandwich.
That was
Yeah,
the
we got
Thomas
we
in
got
that
the
too, though.
remains of Marbury in Boston. It was like, yeah, you're done, bro. Have fun. Go to
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
But
Have you guys seen a picture of Steve Francis recently?
no.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper. He looks bad. Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
Ugh.
Yeah. So some of y'all are wondering, like, who the fuck's Steve Francis?
Maryland player.
Yeah, he played in Houston
Yeah, for the Rockets.
for the Rockets.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah, but he
really
went to
good.
college.
Which makes me That makes me wonder where Katino Mobley is either, because we haven't heard from him either.
Hey, they're just doing their own thing, man. Doing their own
Tino
thing.
Mobley, Rhode Island Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to something a little bit
Speaking
more
of
depressing.
NCAA corruption.
NCAA basketball corruption, right? So a slew of people got arrested as a result of some pretty blatant corruption. Lamont Evans, Chuck Persons, Emmanuel Richardson, and Tony Bland, who is an alumni of me and G's high school. We went to school with this dude.
Yeah.
Like, he graduated with us, I want to say, right? Was he 97?
He graduated in 98.
He's the
Wow.
next class after us. He's a year younger than
Yeah.
us.
Huh, so
And
you
this
guys got a
guy's
connection
fucking locked up right now as part of a corruption sting by the FBI
on the NCAA.
for the NCAA. Like, so for those of you listening, right, you're like, but what does that matter? The FBI only gets involved when it's a certain dollar amount, right? So
Yeah.
you have to think. The FBI just arrested several people, right? They arrested these 4, an Adidas rep, and I think an agent, right? So that's 6 people arrested. That's a lot of money that changed hands,
Yeah,
right? A lot of money that changed
A
hands,
lot.
right?
and
So-
not
Yeah.
through Bitcoin.
not through Bitcoin either, so it was sloppy. But no, so what they were doing was, so you have schools like
Louisville.
Louisville, which was an Adidas school, right? And then you have like
Right.
like Kentucky,
So-
Kentucky, but
Maryland's an Under Armour school.
Maryland's an Under Armour school. But who's a Nike school?
Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon is, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Kansas.
UConn.
And
Kansas, I
SC
think,
is
a
a-
Nike school.
And I
SC is
saw it all the
right?
time at UConn.
Right. So you have, but what they were doing was the agents and the coaches were kicking money down to the schools to kick to the agents to butter up the students to steer them to one school or the other, so that prospect would be wearing the shoes for that school because the school itself is signed to the shoe contract, so
Yep.
that when they went pro, they could
Yeah.
immediately sign them to that shoe deal.
Well, that's
since
why
they
we
already
got
have the
that's why
shoes.
we got a new Husky logo in 2013.
Right. So,
Merchandising.
So the thing is, though, is that's like totally fucking illegal.
Yeah.
So, and there was millions of dollars exchanging hands. Rick Pitino, who fucking finally got fired for being a dirtbag.
Actually, no, he was placed on indefinite administrative leave, which is almost as bad as firing.
Actually, he was fired.
He was, yeah, but
Sure,
he was
Yeah, no, I
placed
think
on
it's
indefinite
official.
administrative leave first.
Yeah, but he was.
Yeah.
As of right now, he's fucking fired.
He's fucking fired. Yeah.
He's fucking fired. So,
And should be.
and
he
he's selling his home in Louisville.
should have been fired a bajillion times ago, but whatever. So, quick question though, since Pitino's gone, who's gonna do all the? How are they gonna bring in elite hookers into that school?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but either way, Pitino was pocketing like 98% of the money that Adidas was kicking down.
Yeah, what a scumbag.
Like, so not only was he involved in some pretty dirty shit, but he was the dirtiest of all of them because he kept all the goddamn money.
Seriously,
He was
Yeah.
like, I mean, I guess if you're gonna do it, like, if we're gonna be dirty, let's just be all dirty. There's no honor amongst thieves with this
No,
guy.
I mean, dude,
There
seriously,
isn't.
that was just, yeah, I get the best players. Yeah, you pay them.
With
And
hookers.
yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel like, that's how I felt about all the great sports programs of the last 20 years. They're dabbling in the money.
They have been. So you know how you can stop all this shit from happening?
Pay the players.
Pay the fucking players. Like, actually pay them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't penalize
It's
them
not
for getting
complicated.
don't penalize them for getting a super value meal bought from them at McDonald's by a booster.
Yeah, like, let these guys eat. Like, they're already getting paid.
Yeah.
Right? So just remove the filth from it. Quit being so
Yeah,
goddamn
yeah,
greedy.
exactly. Let's reopen that Northwestern lawsuit that said basically we're employees of the university.
So, was it Oregon State's football team is valued at $1.2 billion? Oregon State's football team.
Oregon State, the Beavers?
Not Oregon, I'm sorry.
Oregon
Ohio,
State.
Ohio State.
Oh, okay, I
The
was
Buckeyes,
gonna
I'm
say,
sorry.
yeah.
The Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes are valued at $1.2 billion. And their quarterback has something to say about that. They're you know, like,
They're a worldwide brand.
they're saying, our program is worth $1.2 billion, but I can't get a fucking cheeseburger.
Right.
You know, like,
It's like the same argument
Yeah.
Chris Webber had 25 years ago.
Chris Webb, everyone who brings
Exactly.
it up is right.
And how much money was made off of the Fab Five?
Yeah,
tons.
exactly.
An insane amount of money.
So yeah, I mean, I hope this leads
An
to a bigger
insane
change in the way that professional or
Well, you can call
amateur
them
basketball.
You can call them professionals because they're getting paid.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like. Wait, it's
Yeah.
not exactly professional, but it might as well be.
It might as well be.
It
This
kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It
I
really
agree.
bothers me, though.
I agree. And you know what? They could probably hold on to better players and develop players better if they were to give them some money because...
yeah, you're
could you
giving them
imagine
incentive.
Could you imagine if Iverson would have hung out at Georgetown for four full years?
Ray Allen comes back for his senior season
You know, just...
at
like
Yeah.
UConn.
that. It would be a
Richard
different-
Hamilton.
It'd be different. But,
Yeah, UConn would have won back-to-back titles.
Yeah, just saying, man.
I
So-
would have loved to have seen
Well,
it.
And they keep saying like, well, college basketball is suffering because, and then they tried to like, institute this thing where guys couldn't come out of high school, where they actually did institute it. It's like all you have to do is put some money in their pocket.
Right.
Like it's not. I don't even understand like what the thing is.
I don't get it either. I mean, because kids can go out of high school into the majors or into the minors and to the majors. I mean, maybe we just need a minor league system for the NBA.
No, basically, they do the D League, but basically, what it is the schools and NCAA have all the power. There's no way for the students collectively to flex their power without unionization. In order to unionize, that Northwestern case is going to have to get reopened.
Exactly.
Right, because that was a call for unionization. Right, for if they unionize, that means they can strike. If they can strike, it means no fucking product. Because it's a product. College sports are products.
Yep.
Everything from the College World Series, softball, to fucking the
Final Four,
hockey, that's all a product. And it makes billions of dollars for the NCAA, which is just a governing body, and billions of dollars for the individual schools.
Yeah.
I don't see why the students shouldn't get a stipend, and it should be a flat stipend. Everyone who fucking plays should get the same amount of money. You're not pro yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, let's give the superstars more money than the scrubs. It's,
right. You just look, you're a college student.
You're kids. You're in college.
Here's your game stipend. Here's your stipend.
Yeah.
So
maybe that way they can afford to buy some of that Szechuan sauce.
That fucking Szechuan. All right,
exactly.
You want to go to the story about the Szechuan sauce before we talk about Vegas?
Yeah. Let's.
Right. So as the Dork and I are big Rick and Morty fans, and
big.
Season 3's first episode came out on April Fool's Day, and during the show, they visited McDonald's and he orders this Szechuan dipping sauce, and he goes into the story. In 1998, Disney released the movie Mulan, and McDonald's had a promotional sauce called the Szechuan sauce that they were selling with.
You said this was promoting a movie?
It's promoting a movie, yes. And it was apparently great. It was great, and so at the end of the show. One of the main characters, Rick, goes off on his fucking tangent about how this whole thing is about him getting that sauce again. Like,
I need that sauce, Morty.
I need the sauce.
I need it.
9 fucking years, 9 seasons of shows just to
it's
get
my
that
one-armed
sauce.
man.
It was his series arc. He's serious about this sauce, right? And it was crazy because it generated this weird buzz in the nerds, the nerd sphere, and people started chirping at McDonald's. So McDonald's decided, all right, we're going to make some of this sauce. So they made like 3 gallons of it. They sent 1 gallon to the creators. And then there was another 2 gallons that were like won in some kind of contest, right?
Yeah.
And then McDonald's decided let's do a very, very limited release, which was today.
Very
limited release of this Szechuan sauce at select McDonald's for purchase after 2 p.m. Only with their buttermilk crispy tenders.
Yeah, but just as the moon is rising, as the dog howls.
Yes. So. We're pretty excited. We're like, oh shit, we can get some of this fucking Szechuan Mulan dipping sauce. We can get some of the sauce. And we went looking, and the dork lives by McDonald's that was listed as having the sauce, I guess. But they only had the poster for the sauce.
The promotional posters for the sauce
right,
are not the sauce, damn it.
All the sauces had a poster.
You had one job, McDonald's.
So McDonald's released the sauce. The only place to get sauce around where we are was Baltimore proper, which is like 30 plus minutes away from where I live. And I'm like, nope. Not dealing with that.
So instead,
we went to McDonald's, bought a bunch of nuggets, and made our own fucking Szechuan sauce.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, actually, we kicked off recording a good hour and a half late because we were making goddamn Mulan Szechuan sauce.
We needed that sauce.
We needed the sauce, man. And you know what? My daughter's never had, D1 has never had Mulan Szechuan sauce.
Mulan Szechuan sauce.
She wasn't born yet, but she was impressed.
Taking it.
She was impressed with the dipping sauce.
She rather loved it.
Nugget sauce. She was good with it. So all right. So the references to the Mulan sauce. That's where that comes from. Just a quick Rick and Morty recap. Like it was like a week of anticipation. Like all week I've been waiting to get this sauce to find out that I can't get it. And
I know.
It's like fuck, man. So I guess we'll just have to make our own. And we
did it.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I still have
silver
some,
lining.
Yeah, I think D1's probably going to take some to school. I guess she wants to fuck with her friends.
I got that sauce.
Oh, and I trolled the people at the window.
Yes, you did.
Pretty bad.
Oh my god.
I should play a clip at the end of the show of the shit I was.
Yeah.
With them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, so let's transition this into Las Vegas. Now, some of you hear that and you immediately refer to the tragedy that occurred in Las Vegas with that terrorist attack. And we're not going to talk about that because that's just going to make you extraordinarily sad if we really start.
We're moving on.
So what we're going to say is, for the first time ever, Vegas actually has a franchise for one of the big four sports.
I mean, that's amazing.
Right? The Las Vegas Golden Knights,
who won their first game, no less.
Yes, dropped the puck on their season in the Vegas market, which is fantastic. The uniforms,
great new arena.
Yep. The uniforms are kind of snappy. A nice new arena. But they have ice hockey in Vegas now, professional NHL ice hockey.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
they're having a stadium built for the Raiders, and so Vegas. I mean, amazing, isn't it?
It is. Vegas is
10 years ago. This was impossible.
It's not as transient as people think. Vegas has a lot of folks who live there, but it does have a ton of tourists. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these sports teams deal with home games, if they're truly home games, or if it's like what the Chargers are going through with every game's an away game because everyone in your city.
And the NFL contemplating sending them back to San Diego.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that
because nobody cares.
The Eagles just played in San Diego last week.
Took it over,
and I'm going to talk about that though. Let's get to that. So
we'll get to
that in a minute. All right. So before we move on, baseball happenings from Kenny, because Kenny is really into that kind of shit. And we're not, so go for it.
Yeah, well, okay. So, as all of you know, I am a huge Boston Red Sox fan, and it has killed me to watch them get killed twice in a row by the same score, 8-2. I mean, we got a Cy Young candidate who's basically pitching like he's on his last legs.
Because he's on his last legs.
He's gassed. He's been gassed since mid-August. And then the Joe Girardi bumbling away Game 2 last night and losing in 13 to the Cleveland Indians. Like, come on. I'm sorry. The Yankees had that Game 1 last night, and they blew it. And I'm happy to say that because it was the Yankees. Screw those pinstripe bastards. But the thing with the Red Sox, it's like it was finally like we had gotten over the existential dread that comes with watching baseball games in October. And John Farrell, to his credit, has brought it back.
Hey man,
John Farrell, He came in 2013 and he, somehow, some way, in spite of his managerial incompetence, won a World Series. I think it was more of the talent of the team. And then he finished last 2 years in a row, and then he's won consecutive division titles. Last year, I give him a pass because, you know what? Everybody's pressing too hard. They wanted to make sure David Ortiz went out on top. They were trying way too hard.
But winning division titles is how you stay employed, regardless of
I
how you won them.
I know. But the only reason he still had a job in 2016 is because he got Hodgkins in 2015.
I feel you.
They let their bench coach walk, and he went on to Arizona, and he's doing a great job there.
That should look. It's all.
I wish they had kept the bench coach.
Hey, look, if they got to get what was Dennis Haysbert's name in what was his name in Major League?
Toriano.
Was it Toriano?
I think
Serrano. Was it Serrano?
Pedro Serrano. Yeah.
Serrano.
You got to get Serrano to go eat a bucket of chicken and sacrifice that chicken and win games. That's what you do. You get Serrano to eat the chicken.
If you do not help me now, Joe Boo. But seriously though, it's so frustrating to watch John Farrell overmanage baseball games, overthink it, and just get outfoxed so simply. Like Terry Francona runs laps around him.
So is he just micromanaging? Is that what's killing him?
He's the Andy Reid of baseball.
So there's no clock in baseball though. So it's not bad clock management.
It's just bad pitching staff management. I mean, when you look at Chris Sale piling up innings.
No, see, Andy Reid managed his players well. What he didn't manage well was the fucking clock. So
fair enough.
He called a great game. He just
but it's Chris Sale is lighting it up and striking out people left and right in July, up through July, and then calendar turns to August. Coach, I'm a little tired, and he's stirring up stink bombs.
Well, the coach got sent him for a couple days, but it's too late now.
They never did it. The race was too tight. We need you every day, Chris. Sorry, and
it's a gamble.
It's bearing the fruit.
It's a gamble you take.
But I'm hoping that the Red Sox get to get a look at Twitter and see how many people are tweeting the hashtag Fire Farrell.
We'll see.
I mean, seriously, and we're going to get into that a little later on too. But also the NLDS got underway last night. The Dodgers and the Cubs both won. A lot of people around here are dejected about the fact that the Cubs won.
Yeah.
Because the Nats.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, can the Nats get over the hump?
No.
They can't get over the hump here.
No.
They can't.
The Cubs are playing good baseball.
Yeah, and Clayton Kershaw was his usual playoff self, but this time the Dodgers bailed him out.
Hey, look, man.
Hey, it's great, but it's a trend in the playoffs I've noticed so far. Just the 6 games we've seen, starting pitchers are gassed.
Well, they've been pitching. All right,
Yeah.
so I think the quality of pitcher is, for the most part, not as good. Right?
They're getting roughed up.
Right, so pitchers are going down. You have other pitchers who aren't as high quality. You get into these tight races. And so you play who you know is going to win. Now you got to pay the piper on that. Now your guy's fucking arm is dead. You're in the postseason. So what do you do?
Yeah.
And that's the conundrum, right? If you don't play the guy, you don't even make it to the postseason.
Right.
But now you're there. Maybe someone pulls it out of their ass.
Yeah, I mean, the Red Sox season could be over by tomorrow at supper.
It could be.
And same with the Yankees.
It could be. It'd be great. I'd
How
love that.
many? Yeah, you would love that.
I would love
like,
that, 'cause
I would
both
love
those
the
teams.
Yankees to be out.
Because both those teams can eat my ass. I'm just,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I'm not even in your fucking
They-
conference.
Yeah, yeah. You can go play. You can go eat. Chicken tenders with the Moulin sauce with the Phillies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sit on the couch. My team's terrible. But fuck both those other teams. God damn it.
Yeah, but like
My team ain't even in the playoffs. Like they just
That's
They
because-
they missed the second wild.
Well,
card
that's
by a
because they
couple
got
games.
food poisoning eating at the stadium.
Oh yeah, right. Those Kansas City
This is
concessions.
probably true.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got on the baseball front for now.
All right, so let's get into
The best fro.
Yes, holy dude, the best sports afro.
Well,
So all right. So we got the results. We had some voting, and we only had like one or two total sweeps. We had an upset.
yes, we did.
So here's the matchups now going into next week. Dr. J, number 1 seed, versus Arthur Ashe, who's the number 9 seed.
yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's the number 7 seed, going against Randy Moss, who's the number 2 seed. Artis Gilmore, who's the number 3 seed, versus Colin Kaepernick, who's the number 6 seed.
He had a perfect win against O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, he had a perfect win against O.J. Simpson. And Randy Moss had a perfect win against, who was it, Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah. And John McEnroe, the number 12 seed, versus the number 4
Always
seed.
bet on the 12.
Right.
Always bet on the 12.
Against the number 4 seed, Ben Wallace. So McEnroe with an upset.
Cinderella!
The only white guy on the board slips into the second round.
He's into the Elite Eight as a 12 seed.
Yes, he's in the Elite Eight as a
It
12
was a
seed.
field of 16, dude.
Hey, look. Hey, thanks everyone for coming out and voting last time. We're going to do the vote again this week, so jump on. The links will be in the description of the
Yes.
video or the podcast.
Yeah.
You can do it from your phone, from your machine. If you're at work, it won't block you. It's not like there's no porn or nothing. You're good to go click on it and shit. It was not going to flag you. You won't get in trouble. But go ahead and vote. You can vote once per machine. So there. You can vote from your phone, vote from your computer at work, vote from your computer at home, whatever. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the contact.
Yeah, we appreciate the engagement, and we look forward to doing this again with the quarterfinals this week and other ones.
So, hey, Gianni, what did your folks think about the Best Afro contest?
They really dug it. I mean, we had a little house discussion with my mom and my sister, and I mean, I personally think that Randy Moss that's who I'm rooting for in the whole deal, because it was just so official. Like, Arthur Ashe's was very nice and clean, and all of that. And Dr. J's was, of course, I mean, you can't knock Dr. J in any way, shape, or form.
It's a majestic creature, it really.
But,
is.
but there's just something like Randy just let it just. I mean, like he.
I mean,
he should have,
I'm personally feeling a Ben Wallace win.
I don't know. I'm not.
I know, but he's got a tall task ahead of him with John McEnroe in the second round.
He does. I'm a Dr.
He
J
does.
fan. He won with the Sixers.
Yep.
And his afro signifies his like an era.
And even when he got older, and it was like there were shades of gray in it, it
it's
still looked good.
The stretch from
It's
NBA
still-
Street is
yeah, I mean-
Dr. J.
Yeah.
But hey, Randy's afro is official. Ben Wallace's afro.
I feel like
is a
he should have
monster.
gotten Randy Moss should have gotten like some hair like commercials and stuff for that. Like he should have had like some endorsements.
Nah, they all fell in love with Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, head and
I mean,
shoulders.
I get
that's the
that.
head and shoulders shit. We don't have hair commercials for black hair care products.
Yeah, no, nobody
This is
wants.
true.
Unless it's Eddie Murphy movie, in which case you have Soul Glow.
Oh.
Ain't no pink lotion.
Oh my god, the pink lotion. I remember that shit came out. Remember Let's Jam?
Yes,
That shit smelled great.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
it did
All right.
smell very good.
It
Yes.
does. They still make it. They still make it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not the thing. It's not the deal though.
And TCB changed his whole product, the way the whole image. I
No, you know what? They should have done a blue magic. They should have done a blue magic hair like that. It was like in the little jar and it was blue. It smells amazing.
Yeah, I know what the blue magic is. Oh, I think my kids are childrening. Yeah. They're running. That's
That's a youngin', huh?
yeah, they're running because they're bored. All right, so Chris Peters, Chris Peters has questions. Chris Peters from Texas has questions, right? So he's like, all right, with the NBA, one of his questions regarded it was an NBA question. Adam Silver just passed, like you're not going to kneel for the anthem, right? So the league itself is saying you're not going to protest the anthem. So with that having been said, his question was, do we think that the NBA players are aware of that third verse to the anthem? The one that says basically, all you slaves who went to fight for the British, we're not going to take any quarter, you're going to fucking kill you all, and slavery is awesome, and blah, 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 blah. He was wondering if the players, if we think the players are aware of that third verse, and if that's going to weigh into whether or not they decide to actually find a different way to protest what's going on. So let's start off with you, Kenny. Kenny, where are you on this? Do you think that they know about that third verse, and do you think that they're going to have that in mind if they decide to protest, or if they protest at all?
I think they are, the vast majority of NBA players are not. I think they will be real soon, though.
Okay.
And I think that's going to probably, as they get more aware of that, there's going to be a lot more protests.
Okay. All right. So, Gianni, how are you feeling about this?
I think people like LeBron and Chris Paul, I think those dudes do know about it. I think that they are taking very measured steps. I had seen in some of the preseason games, I think it was the Knicks that decided to lock arms. But I think, LeBron is still the unofficial leader of the league. So I think a lot of people are going to be kind of, sitting and waiting to see what he's going to do. Steph, as we know, Steph Curry has come out in full support of Colin Kaepernick, especially after Trump, pretty much
uninvited
attacked him.
Yeah.
Personally. So I think that this is definitely going to boil over. And because Trump basically made it boil over, as he always does. So, and then, there was just another black man that was killed in Utah. So it's not like, these things are going away. So, until there's, some sort of something done about police brutality, as long as these guys are in fear for themselves and their children, I mean, this is going to be an issue. So, I think that, that's where we're at.
All right, so here's where I'm at on this. Do I think a majority of the NBA players are aware of the third verse? No. Do I think that the ones who need to know are? Of course. I think that those folks that lead these efforts, you're right, the LeBron James, Steph Curry's, I think those types, they are fully aware. These guys are plugged in across all sports. They've got friends in all the leagues, right? So if the NFL protest kicked it off and we all started to gain awareness of this third verse, they're not external to that. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter. Mm-hmm. They're aware of it. But the ones who've actually read it and take it into account and go, okay, and put it in their back pocket for later, I think you're going to have players like that. Now, will they educate the other players? I'm sure that if they're asked, they will. Do I see protests happening? I don't think they're going to go out of their way to protest unless someone forces the hand, right? Because everyone understands LeBron's, stance on this. Even Kobe's, who's fucking who's retired, who stepped in and go, fucking kneel. Like, this is bullshit. Kneel. Do what you're going to do. Protest. Fuck it. So, when Kobe, who's a brand, right, bigger than LeBron, on par with Jordan,
and was the least political player ever.
Super apolitical as a player. When he decides that he's going to see the light and make a statement, things have gotten out of control. The conversation has gotten way out of control. So, do I think protests are going to happen? Not in the way that the NFL protests are. You had 10, 11 people protesting from last year with Colin Kaepernick. Trump makes his statements, and then everyone decides, fuck Trump, we're going to take a knee.
And we even had baseball players taking knees.
But that had nothing to do with the initial reason why they were taking a knee. No,
it didn't. It perverted the argument.
It actually diluted the argument badly. So now you can go ask these idiots why they're taking a knee, and they're so far off from the original reason that basically the narrative got jacked. The narrative got hijacked. So when Jerry Jones is fucking taking a knee and locking arms make sure the camera sees him. He's not doing it for police brutality.
It's been gentrified.
Yeah, it's been gentrified. It's been Starbucks.
Yep.
You know, it's a skinny latte protest.
It was a like let's all do it together and then maybe this will go away.
Right, but it's
exactly
not. So now the people who've been
the taking a knee. The taking a knee issue might have gone away, but the causes of the protest in general have not, and they still need to be addressed.
Right. So yeah, I mean, just because some asshole president said some bullshit about some people doing a protest, that doesn't take away the reason behind it.
Seriously, we need to get that son of a bitch out of here.
The issues need to be addressed.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a take on this, do actual research on your take. Don't just go into the echo chamber and look at shit you like to look at. If you're going to say fuck Colin Kaepernick, understand all the things that Colin Kaepernick has done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Understand the work that he's put in the what work have they done in the community? I don't know. He sacrificed $12 million in NFL money. He donated another $1 million. He's starting like 2 different foundations to help people get jobs and do other things.
He's doing all this stuff without an NFL salary.
He's donated meals. He's starting to educate people. So yeah, I'd say that he's doing more than his part.
Yeah.
So you can't sit here and say that he has done shit in the community without researching what he's done in the community. You're just saying that because you're assuming that he hasn't done anything because that's what you want to think. Because
when he got challenged as being uneducated on the issue last year,
facts are hard.
When Kaepernick got challenged on this, it looks like he actually took the time to educate himself.
Well, yeah,
and to actually effectively address the issues he was trying to bring attention to.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he started it. Like he started becoming conscious. He started understanding what was going on inside the outside of the NFL bubble.
You got to think though. I mean, he was taking a knee on the sideline as a backup quarterback. He wasn't saying shit. He wasn't taking a knee. He was sitting, and he wasn't saying shit to nobody. They came after him, asking him why he was doing it.
Yeah.
So it generated, the media got the story that they wanted. They got the conflict they wanted. They sold tons of clicks. You know, say they sold tons of papers or whatever, media. So they got what they wanted out of that.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
But then, how many NFL players have their jerseys hanging in 2 different museums?
Right.
So there's that.
Right. Yeah. Hey. So another question that Chris Peters had related to the Cam Newton female reporter debacle, right? Which I watched it and I was like, so he wasn't like disrespectful to the point where he was like, bitch, I can't believe you asked me this question. He was condescending.
Yeah.
And in being condescending, he was being condescending because it was a bit sexist. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like routes, my daughter knows routes. Like the assumption that because she's female she doesn't have football knowledge is fucking stupid. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And the Cam had a moment of mental weakness and he fucking expressed that by saying it's just funny to hear females talk about routes. I mean, okay, Cam, that was not a good word selection. We're not okay with that. All right. So
no.
It's been made. It's a bigger story than it needs to be, in my opinion. He's lost his Dannon.
Definitely.
He lost his Dannon sponsorship. So, a lot of women buy yogurt. I get that.
Yep.
But the conversation's still continuing. I don't understand. All right. So what Chris's question was, with this type of reaction always happening, do we see players retiring early or not coming in? Well, yes and no. Do we see them basically avoiding issues like this by avoiding the league? My answer to this is no. You just do Marshawn Lynch. You answer every question with yeah, and then you answer every question with nah, and then you go, I'm scared so I don't get fined.
Exactly. That's my exact point.
So
it's like he retired, but he didn't want to deal with the bullshit.
No, he retired because he was getting hurt a lot. That's why he retired.
That too.
He went back to Oakland because he wanted to get a final hurrah with his home team, before he moved to Vegas. That's why
I would have retired after that Super Bowl. I would have retired after that bullshit.
He just about did, but he wanted to go back and see if he can get some get back. I get it. Marshawn Lynch didn't retire because of the media. Marshawn Lynch was actually, if you look at Marshawn Lynch, he's actually very media friendly if he knows that your motive isn't to generate bullshit. Like, he's on Conan O'Brien.
Right.
How often?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. He's gone on shows where he went to Houston, Scotland or some shit.
Yeah.
And he was just talking to
He was riding a penny farthing.
Like, he's out there with all these, like, rural Scotsmen just hanging out being Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is a hilarious human being. He's great. But he knows that if you're in the news media, if you're in the hot take media, that your job is to get a hot take from him and to make bullshit. He's like, I'm not taking part of that. So, I'm not going to give you shit. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Yeah. So do I see players stepping back from the league or retiring early? No. I see him following the Marshawn Lynch blueprint of, I simply won't give you anything. I mean, Matt Ryan does it. Matt Ryan doesn't give you shit.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady doesn't give you shit.
Neither does Belichick.
Belichick doesn't give you shit. No
Come
one.
on.
Belichick really doesn't give you
No
shit.
one
Papa
shits on
said
them
the
for
Greg
doing
Papa
that.
said.
I love Belichick press conferences.
No one shits on these guys for not giving answers.
As a matter of fact, the New England media has just gotten used to it. It's like, no, that's Bill.
That's Bill.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and
Yeah.
do your job.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the game plan the best you can, and then we're on to Kansas City.
Yeah. So I mean, shit.
Yeah, Belichick is the Papa of the NFL. Is what
Yeah.
it is.
He kind of is. He doesn't talk about the social issues.
Well,
like
no, Pop's a lot more outspoken.
Pop will shit on you.
Pop will take a huge
Pop will
steaming dump on
Pop
you.
will outright shit. You catch Pop on a salty day, you get shit on.
Well,
Pop is ruthless.
after that blowout loss to the Chiefs 3 years ago, like Belichick, the closest he came to a Pop moment was they were like, "Are you gonna make a change at quarterback?" And he just looked at the reporter like, "Come on." Just all he said was "Come on," and you just knew we were on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati.
And that's been the mantra ever since. It's like, if there's a loss that happens, whatever, we're on to the next opponent.
So, all right.
We're on to Tampa Bay.
We're on to the week 3/4 happenings.
Yes,
We're
we
on
are.
to it. All right, so
We got a lot of ground to cover here.
not really. Well, yes and no. We have week 4 we're going to cover in depth. Week 3 we're just going to gloss over a couple things. So my Eagles won against the New York Giants
Yeah.
at a walk-off field goal from the rookie who set a record for longest winning kick by a rookie. He's got like 3 or 4 records, franchise and league.
That was a pretty awesome thing.
The kid nailed a 61-yarder. With
61!
The play kicked off with exactly 1 second on the clock. Now, mind you, the Eagles' defense dominated the Giants for 3 quarters.
You shouldn't have needed
Look, Fletcher Cox goes down. Defense gets winded, and they start fighting their way. They put up like 24 points in the 4th quarter. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So now the Eagles have to score a point, have to score a touchdown in order to catch up, and then they got to get the kick, right? So they forced a punt from the Giants.
Yeah.
Matt Dodge. All right. So if you know any history,
The Deshaun Jackson.
the Giants kicking to the Eagles at the end of the game has ended in absolute horror for the Giants.
It was
more than
great.
once.
It was so great.
So he shanks a fucking kick. It's out of bounds. It's like a 22-yard kick now.
Yeah.
The Eagles have like very little time.
It's like 20 seconds.
No, less than that. They had like little time at all because they had 8 seconds. So 7 or 8 seconds. They run a route to Alshon Jeffrey. He catches it, gets out of bounds. He catches a 19-yard pass, which puts him on the edge of extreme field goal range. Steps out of bounds. 1 second on the clock. Kid comes in, they ice him. Kid comes in again, nails it, slips it just inside the right upright, just over the crossbar. Game over. Elation, right? They carry him off the field like Rudy. It's fucking great. And the Giants are now.
Did Wentz give him his game check?
No, Wentz, because you can't do it. So what Wentz did was he donated it to whatever charity that he wanted it to go to.
Cool.
Because that's
even better.
That's how because you can't just give him a game check. There's like some rule against
Still,
that.
That's even better.
So so he donated to a
Well, it's like
charity.
when Brady wanted to give Butler the truck.
Right. So So Wentz said, if this guy nails it, I'm gonna give him a game check. And it's on camera. He was mic'd up. So like,
there is no reneging there.
So Wentz, he's a stand-up guy. He's very religious, but he's not like annoyingly religious. He's not. He's moderately. He's a religious dude. Like his faith is a big deal to him. He's a big deal to him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't force it on people. He just acknowledges.
He's not Tebowing it.
Yeah, he's not Tebowing it. He's not out flying to the Philippines doing circumcisions. That's not what he's doing. So But yeah, so he's got to be a man of his word. So
right,
he stayed within the rule book and he donated his game check to a charity.
Yeah,
and I think that's pretty rock solid, considering that his ass was caught by several players and cameras and Mike saying, "I'd give this kid my game check." So
hey, good on you.
Good on you. All right, moving on to the Pats, who should have lost. You know what, Kenny? I'm gonna let you talk about the Pats and how terrible they are.
God, right, so I mean, where to start with this defense?
You don't, because
I mean, like, we miss Ninkovich, we miss Jabal Sheard, we miss Chris Long, we miss Logan Ryan,
you miss Jamie Collins.
Yes, even Jamie Collins and Chandler Jones. Yeah, like Chandler Jones got run out of town for smoking synthetic weed and having a mild freak out.
God,
Jamie Collins was worried about his contract. Ninkovich retired. Jabal Sheard. I don't know what the hell happened to Alan Branch either. Hey, here we were 10 months ago, and Belichick is praising this guy as the hardest working guy on this defense. 10 months later, the guy can't see the field. What's going on here? Is it like, are you running afoul of the master here?
Dude, shit happens, bro.
Yeah, like Butler is half-assing it.
Well,
Stephon Gilmore.
They're dicking around Butler with his contract.
Exactly. And they should never have signed Gilmore to that contract. They should have paid that money to Butler.
I'm telling you right now, the Eagles are going to try to take advantage and get Butler and trade him for Kendricks.
Well, no, see, like the trade should have been, like they were even they had a deal in place that was going to be Cooks for Butler.
Yeah.
But then, for some reason
They gave you a first rounder.
Yeah.
So I'd take that.
I mean, I'd take anything for Brandon Cooks.
I mean, yeah.
He's worked out great, and he was the only reason that the Patriots won this game.
Yeah, y'all are looking bad right now.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the biggest problem with the Patriots is that Tom Brady can't play defense. And the nature of the Patriot offense is quick strike. Well, and that means that the defense has got to be out there too. What they need to do is switch, they don't have a running game per se. I mean, Gillislee and Burkhead are okay, but everybody's getting banged up on offense, so they have to rely on quick strikes to get off the field.
Well,
and then you've got guys like Cassius Marsh blowing coverage against Kareem Hunt for 75-yard touchdowns on opening night.
To be fair, Kareem Hunt's doing that to everyone. So
yeah, well, and then Deshaun
bad.
Watson was made to look like a Super Bowl MVP.
He's actually pretty good, though.
Oh, he is. I understand that.
Good,
but no rookie quarterback had ever gone to Foxborough and won.
And no one had ever gone to Lambeau and beaten the fucking Packers in the playoffs until Michael Vick did it.
Oh, I understand that. Records happen.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it's tough.
So, all right. So the Packers and the Bears played a game, and the Packers beat the shit out of the Bears, and that was what everyone expected. Who wasn't a deluded Bears fan? The Bears are a team that is unflux. They're rebuilding. Trubisky should start for the first time tomorrow.
Yeah.
He'll get his first official start. Glennon is terrible. Fox is not calling good games.
Nope.
But Glennon is like comedically bad. Butterfinger was trolling the team by they were tweeting out like butter knees and shit. And then the Bears official media person got into it with Butterfinger and lost on Twitter. Lost on Twitter to the fucking Butterfinger person.
You know who has a great social media, by the way?
Wendy's.
Oh, yeah.
Wendy's is great.
Yeah.
So what's the best thing to get from McDonald's?
A ride to Wendy's?
Yeah, directions to the nearest Wendy's? Thank God.
What item should I avoid at McDonald's?
Everything.
The food?
The food.
Everything?
Everything. They don't have any fucking Szechuan sauce, I'll tell you that. Bastards.
Damn.
So the Saints... The Saints shut out the Finns.
The Saints.
The Saints shut out the Finns.
How is that possible? The
Because-
Saints haven't had a defense since Drew Brees became their quarterback.
Well, because the Finns are putting out 11 Jay Cutlers in both sides of the
But
ball.
they are who we thought they were.
This is bad. This is really bad for the Finns.
11 Jay Cutlers. Did you see how Jay Cutler literally stood there with his arm crossed during the fucking Wildcat play? Yeah, like he probably smoked a cigarette. Like,
yeah, like he cracked open it. Yeah.
Yeah, he might have had a Newport because I think we decided he was a Newport smoker, right?
Yeah,
he was a Newport smoker.
Yeah, but
So,
I mean, but you look at when you put this game together with the Jets game the week before.
the Dolphins look bad.
Like, yeah, seriously, one play away from being shut out in back-to-back games.
Honestly, I think the Dolphins are probably the worst team in the AFC East right now.
I mean, that was a hard thing for us to concede in the beginning.
It was because we figured
Jets,
that some semblance of Cutler would show up, that the Bills were falling apart, and that the Jets were outwardly tanking. But we're fucking wrong.
Like
as hell.
seriously, dude, the Jets, if they win tomorrow, could be over 500.
Dude, the Jets.
Like the Bills could be 4-1 tomorrow.
The Jets have a sentient bag of ground beef at quarterback, and they're winning games.
Yeah. Like seriously.
Yeah. All right. So the Bills beat the Falcons because no Atlanta team, no team in Atlanta should ever be trusted to do what they're supposed to do.
But see, Matt Ryan's going to throw for 500 against the Pats in 2 weeks.
Sure, he will. I mean, yeah, he probably will, unless he fucking flips out and goes into super choke mode. And
But it is a
melts down.
road game, or no? Is it at Atlanta?
Doesn't matter because you're losing. We'll cover that in a minute. Foxborough is not as friendly as he used to be to the Pats. Not as friendly. It's not a guaranteed win. All right, so yeah, the Bills managed to beat the Falcons. Falcons are not doing well. Falcons are not doing well.
I mean, what? Yeah, they're losing to Buffalo.
I didn't see that happening.
I didn't either.
The Bengals finally won a game, but it was against the Browns, so does it really count?
Yeah, it's like chopping a tree down in the forest. Is it still the man's fault?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So But the Browns we expected to be a little bit improved. They're really not. They're still missing too many pieces.
Well, not only that, Kaiser's still making rookie mistakes.
Kaiser's still very much a rookie. He doesn't have much talent around him. He's in a bad place.
Miles Garrett's going to see the field for the first time this Sunday against the Jets.
We'll see Miles Garrett for the first time, but we expected a little bit of a change from the Browns from last year. I guess they're changing because they're younger and they suck, so there's no RG3 involved in it this year. But they've still got a lot of drafting to do, which is cool because they have a ton of draft capital.
Yeah, and they have a baseball executive doing all that string pulling.
They're doing Moneyball shit.
Dumbasses.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, this made me really happy. The Rams beat the Cowboys, and,
Hey, well, how about the Rams?
dude, the Rams are surprisingly potent.
What? Wow, I mean, Jared Goff, excuse me.
Jared Goff is
Maybe it was just it was a matter of coaching.
I think Fisher will make any quarterback look like shit that isn't McNair.
Yeah,
I seriously think that.
Vince Young.
Vince Young was able to run really fast for a minute, but he never developed them. I think
Exactly. If you imagine if Vince Young had gotten Jeff Fisher fired.
I think Jeff Fisher was just a really terrible coach. Period. Like
terribly mediocre.
Terrible. Period. He had to waste so many first round picks for so much talent.
Yeah.
Like really, the difference between last year's golf and this year's golf,
night and day.
night and fucking day. Now he's playing like a number 1 overall pick.
Yes, he is, and it's amazing.
Now he's putting up. He's playing games that are more sound than both Prescott and Wentz.
It's like, seriously, I want to cue a transforming noise here because he has transformed into an NFL quarterback.
He's a good NFL quarterback.
Yes, he
on a
is.
Good offense with a solid
It's like
defense.
now we see what the hype was about.
So yeah, the Rams are legit right now,
And that D.
And the defense is sick, and they beat the Cowboys in Dallas. Now, hey, I was at Green Turtle for all these games for the most part, and I got to watch Dallas fans melt down at the end of the game. And let me tell you, their sadness was like cool, crisp lemonade on a hot summer's day.
Was it refreshing?
To my soul. It was great. I loved every
See, I
second
missed
of it.
all of this on the drive home.
Look, dude, I sat there. There was so much shit that happened. I saw a Giants fan and Pats fans get into it, which was hilarious because both their teams lost, and they were both shitting on each other because the Pats fan was mad about the Super Bowls and all this. It was fucking funny. It was fucking funny.
I kind of wish I could have been there.
Oh, it was great.
I bet it was.
Fucking great, dude. I just laughed so hard.
I bet you did.
So the Lions beat the Vikings, right? So Bradford's knee is still, I don't know, tender.
Yeah.
But the worst part was that Dalvin Cook's down to an ACL, and the dude was killing it, right? The
Dude was.
killing it, and he's out for the season now. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Vikings going forward. It changes
seriously,
everything.
are they putting something in the water that makes ACLs vulnerable?
I think
Is that like the 9th or 10th
It
ACL?
wasn't even a big hit. This shit just happened.
It's a non-contact thing.
Yeah,
it's like Edelman.
Shit just happens, man. The Hello Kitty Panthers beat
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Very bad, very bad looking Pats team in Foxborough. Kenny, I'm going to allow you to commentate this one a little bit. So, from your perspective, what happened in that game?
Brady didn't milk the clock down far enough.
You know why?
Basically, yeah. Well, but because the Pats defense is drop a cheeseburger on the ground, pick it up, and still have to eat it. Awful.
Yeah, and the Panthers defense got after Brady.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Texans defense got after Brady.
Your offensive line is bad.
Yeah.
Your receiving core is depleted. Your running backs are not that good.
What can I say about your receiving core that hasn't been said about the country of Afghanistan? It's bombed out and depleted.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and your defense is terrible.
300 every game, a 300-yard passer, 5 consecutive games. Now, counting Thursday night with Tampa Bay, which we will get into.
Yeah, look.
We will get into that in a minute.
So what's funny is that the Pats are actually looking like an average team, right? So for the first time in over a decade, the Pats look average.
0-2.
Yeah, they look average. And if you want to see some irrational emotion, check on your nearest Pats fan right now. There's some emotions there because they haven't seen their team be average in a very long time. They look like the rest of the league right now.
I'm not as
Kenny, you
panicked.
all right over there?
I'm fine. They're going to make it.
He's hanging in there.
They're going to win the division. I doubt they win the Super Bowl. I mean, and then at least I can get used to this in October, so I'm not disappointed in January.
There you go. But the Pats look bad. The Pats do not look like a
there's
complete
too
team.
much to work out at this point.
Yeah, I think Brady's done up this year.
I don't think so. I think he's playing gangbusters. He's got 1,700 yards through 5 games.
Look, I think he's just done. Like, I think he hangs it up.
No.
Why?
The only way I would see that is a good of the franchise kind of move. Because Garoppolo, if you have to franchise him.
What does he have left to do in New England?
I think it's just a drive to compete.
The guy's got a handful of rings, a literal handful of rings, right? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's set numerous records. What incentive does he have to stick around? At this point,
I bet the only thing is personal motivation at this point, personal records.
All right, so you understand he's getting the shit kicked out of him this year, right? He's taking more hits than he's taken in a long time, and he's not.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So, like I'm saying,
it's just and not only that, but it could also cost them Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, so he's gonna walk. He's gonna.
I mean, every year for the last 4 years, I've prepared myself for the eventuality that Brady's gonna walk. Because let me tell you something. I thought I was ready for it with David Ortiz walking away from the Red Sox last year. I was not. I was not emotionally equipped to handle David Ortiz's retirement.
Did you cry?
A lot.
That's a man who admits you cried because David Ortiz retired.
Dude. He exercised some serious demons.
He's a hell of a like David Ortiz.
He's a likable guy. Between Tom Brady and David Ortiz, they made Boston winners again, and they made us feel good about being who we were.
I like David Ortiz infinitely more than Tom Brady, though.
I understand that.
Infinitely more.
But Brady got the party started.
Okay, fair enough. So, moving on, the Jets beat the Jags in this year's inexplicable. In overtime, obscure rule happened. The Jags somehow lost to the Jets, even though the Jets only had like 20 yards of offense or some weird shit. It's just a big anyway.
But they
didn't
beat
jag it away though. They didn't They didn't Bortles it away.
No, that's a verb now.
It is. The inexplicable turnover.
I think it deserves to be a verb.
It deserves to be a verb. Bortles. He Bortled it away.
But this is the team that beat the Ravens. Like a drum.
In London, yes.
In good old London.
Speaking of the Steelers and Ravens, the Steelers beat the living shit out of the Ravens, whose super elite quarterback and Joe Flacco threw for the most elite 28 yards you'll ever see in a half. Not elite. I'm sorry. Look.
No, I mean between that and the Ravens and the Jaguars game,
no.
It was 8-18 for 38 yards.
So if only there was a quarterback who was available, who had been to the Super Bowl and done great things before, who could play in the meantime while your quarterback was recovering from back surgery. If only there were a guy.
But if only that guy's girlfriend hadn't posted pictures of, comparing the Ravens owner and Ray Lewis to a slave owner or a slave. That's the biggest problem.
Biggest problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not defending that in any way.
Could you imagine saying fuck it and winning football games instead of being worried about a tweet?
I know, right?
Could you? I mean, it's almost
that's the biggest bullshit reason ever for not signing the guy.
It's important until it's not important because we're all here to win, except when you tweet about me and it's not good.
That's almost some Tim Murphy bullshit right there.
Listen, fucking Ravens people, you deserve
it's hypocritical.
All the terrible fucking things that are happening to you.
I won't cry a fucking tear.
I'm not crying a fucking tear. Look, and the whole thing, because Ray Lewis took the knees and did the thing and locked arms, and they're wanting to tear his statue down now.
Oh, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
They want to tear his fucking... They have to put extra security around Ray Lewis's statue, which, by the way, should exist, but they...
But yeah, they don't have Super Bowls without him.
Well, no. I don't think he deserves a statue.
I don't think so either, but...
Because, let me tell you, every time I hear the line, I'm going to take a stab at it, I think of Ray Lewis. Yeah. Literally, like me and Joe in the office, we hear someone say, well, I'm gonna take a stab at it. We're like, Ray Lewis. At each other. It's like, dude, truly.
I don't think Richard and Synth are gonna laugh at that, but oh well.
I'm just saying, like, the guy probably...
it's bad, though, when Shannon Sharp, who was, like, his best friend, calls him out, like, yo.
That was some bullshit. I was praying. Word. Word. Okay.
Alright.
So they're just gonna switch teams, huh? All right.
Yeah, like
either way, the Ravens.
Shannon Sharp ain't going for it.
Yeah. Speaking of teams in misery,
the Titans good.
How wrong were we about our season picks?
Dude, the Texans gave them a swirly.
Oh my god!
All right, so a couple things. We did not expect Tom Savage to suck as bad as he did week 1. We also didn't expect Deshaun Watson to come in as soon as he did and it be as good as he's been.
Yeah.
So
we expected the Titans to be the class of this division.
Mariota did go down in that game, though.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. The same week as David
Derek
Carr. Like
it's like they're symbiotic kind of.
It's a tradition. They high five and they go, all right, injuries this week.
It's like if you and I were connected and somebody punched me in the face and you went down.
Yeah, well, shit, dude. Like these guys are going down. So,
dude.
Yeah, Mariota went down. We don't know when he comes back.
57-14.
Not okay. And Watson scored 5 total touchdowns.
Crazy.
He scored all the touchdowns.
He's good.
The kid made it happen. So the Cardinals beat the 49ers.
Yeah,
that's it. So the Eagles won their home away game in Los Angeles against the Los Angeles Chargers. Right. So
send them back to San Diego.
The Land Angeligo. All right.
How about just the SoCal Chargers? How about that?
Fine.
Chargers.
The SoCal Chargers, because the team no one gives a fuck about. So here we go.
27,000 seat stadium.
The StubHub Center only has like 30,000 seats, and they've already blocked off some of the seats, like the Reds. Like, I almost said it. Like Washington did a few years back. They've already blocked off rows of seats. So there's sections that you can't sit in, so they can reach maximum capacity and not go into TV blackout. However, everyone in LA is a transplant. Like I said before, at the least, you are apathetic about the Chargers. At the most, you actively dislike them. So some of the fans are driving up from San Diego to LA to watch the games, and they're being greeted with a hostile crowd, right? So Eagles fans, all right. So there's a couple fan bases whose fans travel very well. The Steelers and Eagles,
yeah.
All right. Cowboys, Raiders,
Patriots too.
Patriots travel. These are teams that travel well. Like no matter where you go, you're going to see their fans, and they're going to be in your stadium.
And you don't, I mean that's why they had rules where you can't buy outside of a certain market anymore in playoffs.
So, but you'll never see more than 35% of the opposite team until you got to this game. To which case, about 20 to 30% of the crowd was actually for the home team. You heard boos of the Chargers during their introduction, cheers for the Eagles plays, chants of Dallas sucks. Look. Dallas sucks was being chanted in that stadium. Chargers fans were absolutely bewildered. Why the fuck are you saying Dallas sucks? Because we're Eagles fans, duh. Like, Dallas sucks. Well, I mean, let's talk about it.
It's there, yeah.
It's a thing. So you had guys leaving their seats saying, I can't watch the game in my seat because I'm surrounded by these fucking mouth-breathing Eagles fans, and I'm going to stand up here. To which I would say, dude, sit in your seat. And just understand that, like, as long as no one's fucking harassing you, the fact that they're cheering for the opposite team, be like, don't take that personally, dude. Like, your team shouldn't even be here.
No, they shouldn't.
So Jason Peters was like, this team has to play 16 away games this season.
Yep.
They're never going to have home field advantage this season. So, Spanos, you piece of shit. This is what you've done.
Yeah.
You forced your way into Los Angeles. You got what you wanted, except now it's terrible. It's like needful things and shit. You may have gotten the move, but now everything is worse than it was before.
Exactly. And it's like, and not only that, San Diego was trying to work with you to build a new stadium.
Yeah, they just.
But you weren't getting enough taxpayer money, so you decided to run off.
They're broke. The Spanos family's broke. They declared bankruptcy in 2015.
Yeah, and the only reason they want a new stadium is Super Bowls.
Well, they're not doing it on taxpayer dime. Not doing it on taxpayer dime.
Find a way.
So yeah,
sell the damn team.
So the Giants lost.
People are over that. People are just.
Yeah, they're done. They can't go back to San Diego. San Diego won't have them. They're still giving away free tacos, by the way. 4 weeks of free tacos in San Diego.
Jesus.
Yeah. So the Giants lost to the Buccaneers in the last-second field goal because, of course, they did.
Yeah,
so the
Nick
Giants
Folk
are
beat the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants are 0-4.
Wait. The Bucks kicker beat the Giants?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
He missed several kicks in the game, though. So he's missed 5 out of the last 6 kicks. But that one kick he made was the one that beat the Giants.
Nice.
You all right? Because if there's a kick to be made, it's,
knock.
Who's there?
Oh, Owen.
Owen who?
0-4.
Ah!
The Giants are
0-4. They're 0-4, buddy.
Yeah, because the Patriots defense might be bad, but it's not 0-4 bad.
So Beckham got roughed up in the preseason, high ankle sprain or something to that effect. He starts coming back, and then his finger gets dislocated, and what's got to be one of the gnarliest injuries I've seen. Like his index finger on his right hand was at a 90-degree angle the wrong way.
Horrible.
Right? I mean,
I'm cringing.
at the point where they just need to sit this guy for a few weeks. Like, all right, your season's over. Your season's over.
Go do something stupid on TV.
You have a generational talent at wide receiver who's a head case. Sit him and please let him heal, because if he goes down, You guys are screwed forever.
It's done.
Which is crazy because right now we have the Jets pegged as getting the number 1 overall pick. But it's probably going to be the Giants.
Giants, Colts, somebody terrible.
Nah, it's going to be the Giants, bro. I think the Colts are trying to win games.
We still have 12 weeks to go.
We
so
do.
We'll,
All right,
we'll
so,
see.
so the Raiders lost to the Broncos, and Derek Carr got twisted up and broke a small bone in his back.
Ow.
Yeah, it's all pain. He's going to be out for a few weeks. It's one of those Tony Romo, Jeff Hostetler injuries where the little thing that comes up to the side, I forgot, transverse process, snapped off. Ouch. It was a really awkward tackle. It looked bad. He's going to be down. So the Raiders, who came in as favorites, are not looking good at all. They're taking it in the chin a lot. And I'm not sure that they're going
to... The Broncos look better.
The Broncos look good. Like, the defense is...
Like, Simeon is playing okay.
He's playing all right. He's managing the game as they need him to. He's making...
it was like... And it's kind of like Trent Dilfer with the 2000 Ravens.
Almost. I'd say he's better than Dilfer. He's got better talent to throw the ball to. But he is taking a lot of hits. He's making it happen. So I can't be mad at Trevor Simeon. Yeah. He's doing what he's got to do to win games. But the defense is where the strength of the team is.
Yeah.
The Seahawks pants the Colts.
Hey, how do you think the Cardinals feel in comparison to the Rams and the Seahawks as the only team to not put 46 up on the Colts?
The Cardinals are bad, though.
The NFC West.
Cardinals are bad, though.
I bet you the 49ers put 46 up on them.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude.
It would be lovely.
The Niners were...
Because the Colts deserve all the misery in the human universe.
You know, you're going to have to get over that, man.
No.
Okay.
I mean, let's like,
let it go
shit, Cowboy fans and their tears are sweet lemonade to you.
Yeah.
Colts fans and their tears, sweet lemonade to me.
But that's a division rival who through
They used to be a division rival of ours.
Decades of hatred there.
Do you hate the Colts or the Giants worse?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering you don't play these guys all the time, who do you hate? Who's you hate the most?
Well, I mean, like I said, I grew up. The Colts were a division rival.
Okay.
They also left Baltimore in the middle of the night, so they're already scumbags that way.
Well, yeah, the Irsay family.
Yeah, scum. I mean, and then this whining about how Peyton should have had more Super Bowls, and no, Brady was better. Get over it. Like, sorry. That's it. That's my hot take.
But your hatred is so irrational considering that one thing that they did. Like, you didn't give a fuck about it before the whole Deflategate thing happened.
No, I hated the Colts before that.
But not like this, dude. You, like, super hate the Colts. Like,
yeah, well, I'm sorry, but it's like the only reason it was like they were trying to report the Patriots for something they themselves were already doing.
Of course.
Right.
That's what you do.
Yeah, like, that's just some shady ass.
If I'm snitching, you're not looking at me. I'm snitching on you. You're getting caught. Ha. Remember, it's not the first punch. It's always the second punch I catch.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
All right, I'm just saying, look, Dallas hates us. They hate the shit out of us. We hate the ever-living shit out of them.
No, the Colts are just jealous of us because we win titles. That's it.
All right.
Get over it.
But, you know,
beat us on the field.
It'd be different if they were the Bills. If they were the Bills, then I would understand your hatred because there's so many things there. They're in your division.
Well, like with the Broncos and the Ravens, you know, they've had playoff success against us. We can't win a game in Denver. Fine. It's just the thing is, they go out on the field, they punch us in the mouth, they beat us like men.
Yeah.
The Colts whine to the league all the time, and not just Deflategate.
Hey, the hitting the quarterback low rule is called the what rule? The Tom Brady rule? Yeah.
Yeah, all these pass interference rules that we're talking about, all these like
those benefited Brady too.
Yeah, the finger tap though. Yeah, you know why they were enacted in the first place?
Bro, Brady,
to make the playing field level for Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady benefited from those bullshit rules. Both of them did.
They didn't intend for them to benefit Brady.
Yeah, they did. Because if he hit Brady in the chest, that was a shot to the head. I've seen Brady take hits.
He's called the Golden Boy for a reason.
Yeah, I saw Brady take hits.
But no, the intent for the Colts complaining was to get the playing field down so that Brady could be beaten by Manning.
Okay, I'm gonna let that one go.
Anyway,
we're gonna talk about this for literally ever.
Yeah, it's a never-ending argument.
The Colts are terrible this year. The Niners are terrible this year. The Giants are terrible this year. The Chargers are terrible this year. The Browns are terrible this year.
So the Jets and the Jags.
They're better than those guys. So the Chiefs,
but you know,
pigskins.
I was about to say, you know who's not terrible?
Right, the Chiefs are undefeated.
It's like, what the hell,
dude? The Chiefs are winning games. All right, so are they putting up 50 points and shutting people out? No. No, they're
effective.
They're playing good games, though. They're winning slugfests against competitive teams that are coming to play.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad. They're undefeated. They've beaten my Eagles. They've beaten Washington. They've
beaten the Patriots in New England.
They beat the Patriots in New England to open the season. They're legit. You can't be mad at them. They're solid.
They're going out on the field and doing it.
They're doing it. They're getting enough out of their offense, enough out of the defense.
And how impressive has Kareem Hunt been?
He's been very impressive. Look, the entire team has been impressive. They're good enough to win games.
And they rose up in the absence of Eric Berry, which I am most impressed with.
They have. They've overcome some serious injuries, and they're doing good. These guys are beating teams that are on the cusp. The Eagles are on the cusp. Washington is on the cusp. The Patriots are the defending champions. They're beating legit teams. But outside of the New England game, both the Washington and Philly played them close.
Well, and not only that, no, the New England game was close too.
Oh, it was, yeah.
In the fourth quarter, and it's just they had a garbage touchdown late, which gave you that 15-point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, dude, Kareem Hunt could have folded like a.
With that first carry fumble?
First carry fumble. And he was down on himself. His teammates were coming like, dude, just shake it off.
He killed him.
Yeah, he was like, you know what, you're right. And then he just went out there and he owned it. And then I'm like, I respect.
250 yards of total offense out of that kid.
Yeah, amazing. I respect it.
With one fumble in the season, and that's the only fumble. Only time he put the ball on the turf was that week.
It's his only fumble. It's his first fumble since high school.
Yeah, he didn't fumble at all in college. So, hey, look, the Chiefs are winning games, right? So they're the team to beat in the league right now. Like, not even
the 72 Dolphins are waiting for them to go down to pop the champagne.
Yep, the proverbial champagne.
Those
pop.
jerks.
You know, they actually asked him about that, and they're like, dude, we don't give a fuck.
they gave a fuck 10 years ago.
Mercury Morris is an asshole, so don't ever ask him shit.
Yeah, they asked the wrong guy because they got the shitty hot take from him.
Ask Greasy, ask Zonka, ask some other guys, but don't ask Mercury Morris because he's a piece of shit.
Well, Mercury Morris needs this to, for whatever reason.
I don't know why, but either way. So, hey, this next week, week 5, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Uneducated predictions, right? So first one up, Bills versus Bengals.
Oh, God.
I got this one going to the Bills by 10. Bills 30, Bengals 20. Kenny.
I actually have been impressed with the Bengals offense ever since Bill Lazor took over, so I'm going to take the Bengals 20-17.
All right. So the next one up is the Jets versus the Browns. I got the Jets winning by 1, 21-20.
I've got the Browns winning by 1, 20-19.
Honestly, it could go that way.
Either way,
Either way.
But we both agree that Browns are going to score 20.
Yeah. So the Panthers versus the Lions. I got the Panthers scoring 13, the Lions 25.
I've got the Lions winning 31-27.
All right. 49ers versus the Colts. The 49ers scoring 30, Colts scoring 17.
I'm going to revise from earlier. I'm going to say 49ers 46, Colts 17.
All right, so the 49ers offense has shown up at times this season and put up a ton of points.
I mean, even in spite of Brian Hoyer being the quarterback.
They're a very incomplete team, trust me. They are. They're not complete.
No, they're not.
But they're going to win games, a couple games this year. They're going to find a way because when you get to a shootout with the Rams and hold your own, to the tune of 80 total points being scored.
Yeah, against a defense that good.
Against that defense.
I mean, granted, it was a Thursday night game.
But still, they're still early in the season.
Yeah.
Everyone's relatively healthy. McDonald is still a dude.
Yeah.
All right, so the Titans versus the Finns. Look, I don't see a touchdown being scored with Mariota sitting on the pine being hurt. I got the Titans winning 12-9.
I see it being an even more dreadful game in terms of offense, 10-7.
10-7. All right, so the Chargers versus the Giants in the battle of the 0-4s. Theoretically, no one has to win this game because they could tie.
I would love it.
But realistically, someone's going to win this game.
Yeah.
Right now, we had a discussion about this one, right? Because their weaknesses match up pretty good. Like, the Chargers have a shitty run defense, but the Giants have a shitty run game. so they're not in a position to exploit any weaknesses by the team because that weakness reflects on another weakness of theirs. It's interesting. But I have the Chargers actually winning this one 35-24. I will give credit that both teams' secondaries are not good enough to slow down the other team's receiving core if they get going down. If Odell Beckham Jr.'s hand holds up, I can see them scoring some points. Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning West has more options on the outside, though. Yeah. And I can see him just simply exploiting what looks like a very vulnerable Giants defense.
Yeah. The irony of this game, too, also, both quarterbacks were drafted,
they're forever linked.
Forever linked.
Forever linked.
Yeah, in the class of 04.
Yeah, great class, by the way.
I know, right?
Great class.
Yeah. 4 of the top 12 passers of all time.
Yeah.
And 2 of them right here. But I've got Old Marmalade and the Chargers winning.
Mm-hmm.
Because, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Owen.
Owen who?
0-5. It's the gift the kid's not giving.
It really is.
And it's going to be 0-6.
Yeah, well, they're going to win a game eventually.
Well, yeah, like...
what they'll do is they'll win a bunch of fucking meaningless games at the end of the season and finish like with 6 wins.
Nah, 4.
Just enough to take them out of the top fucking 5 positions.
Well, they'll blow that, yeah.
Yeah, they'll fuck it up. So,
because this is the Giants we're talking.
Because really, that's, yeah. Next one is the Jaguars versus the Steelers. I have a tough time trusting the Steelers right now given their offensive struggles.
Yeah, I mean, you can only look. Everybody looks good against the Ravens right now. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But they're playing at home. It's hard to root against them at home. But I'm gonna be that guy. Jags 27, Steelers 21. I can see the Jags putting up enough points, and the defense maybe forcing enough turnovers out of an increasingly immobile Ben Roethlisberger with an increasingly suspect offensive line.
True.
That they can get some short fields and put some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I always have a hard time trusting the Jags though.
And understood.
It's for me. I'm going to go with history, and between the fact that maybe they had a few words. Ben and Antonio Brown had a few words with each other after that temper tantrum that Brown had on the sidelines. Yeah. And maybe they got it all worked out. I'm going to go 27-10 Steelers. That's
fair. I mean, the Jaguars are tough to bet on, but they've inexplicably won some games this year. They should have another win on their belt, really. Like,
they should have beaten the Jets.
They're weird. Yeah, they're weird. So the Ravens versus the Raiders. All right, look, I see the Ravens scoring 10 and the Raiders putting up 27, right? Both teams are injured. However, Joe Flacco who is already not that good, is now hurt. And so he's super not good.
He's the most ancient elite quarterback.
They've lost their best offensive lineman.
Yep.
The receiving core is not doing what it needs to do, and the defense is on the field for too long.
Yeah.
And it's suspect anyway. So they're just, I mean, outside of Tucker, they're not good.
No.
Their kicker is the best guy. He's an opera singer, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. But outside of him, I don't see anything.
He's a solid dude.
No,
all around.
Look, I'd party with Hams and Tucker. I'd have beers. I'd drink some Hams with that guy.
I might actually get the chance to meet him in a few.
Cool, man. I hope you do, man.
Yeah, well, because like I said, the school's gonna be sponsoring a field trip in December.
Maybe we can get him on the show.
I will try.
Get him down in the basement. All right, don't worry about the bathroom right there, guy.
Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens just took a dump in my bathroom.
Like, woo! That's a Flacco in there.
Yeah, you really Nick Folk that one.
Oh, wow.
All right, so I've got the Raiders eking this one out 16-10 because of the fact that Derek Carr is going to be out this week.
Okay, fair enough. Seahawks and Rams. I don't trust the Seahawks. And the Rams always show up against the Seahawks. Like the Seahawks can have the Seahawks can have 2 losses in the season. It'll be to the Rams.
Yeah, and it's like I tried to dispute you on this during our Wire Division Sucks, and it was like, wait a minute, he's right. Damn it.
Yeah, so the Rams are scoring points now, and as good as that defense is for the Seahawks, they're giving up points.
Well, I mean, because they're on the field too long.
So I got the Seahawks scoring 10 points and the Rams scoring 27.
Similar line, 37-20.
Right. So next up, the Packers versus the Cowboys.
It will not be as close as it was in January, folks.
And the whole, they are who we thought they were bowl.
And we let it off the hook.
Right. The Cowboys aren't that good. No. All right, they're a mediocre team, right? So some of the folks are like, but Dak Prescott, but Ezekiel Elliott, but look at your record. All right, so you're fucking 2-2 right now. You're not that good. You've lost games at home to teams you shouldn't have lost to. You
quit on yourselves in a loss at Denver.
Well, Ezekiel Elliott, I'm gonna give a pass on that because he's still been playing, but I don't know where his head is at. Dak Prescott regressed as I thought he was. I said he was a decent game manager. Everybody else right his dick. Oh, he's the greatest thing ever. Like he's fell into an outstanding team with an outstanding offensive line, a dominant running back, and solid receivers. Now those receivers are all a year older. They've lost 2 parts of the offensive line. It requires more of him in order for them to win, and he simply isn't there. right? They need him to be more than a game manager. He can't do it.
Yeah.
He's not there yet, right? That's why I said last year I will take Wentz over Prescott because Wentz was immediately thrown into the crucible and into the fire, and he showed that he could put a team on his back. Last year, he had no one to throw the ball to, dude.
Well, I understand that, but he also, when you say he was thrown in the crucible, his first 3 games were against cupcakes.
The Steelers are not a cupcake team.
No. The Browns and the Eagles, I think, was more what I was going for.
Well, no. I
The Browns and the Bears.
But
I'm sorry, he was playing for the Eagles.
But you got to remember, he played the whole season.
Yeah, he did.
With 8 days of preparation from red shirt, not playing and not suiting at all, to starter.
Yeah, because the Vikings and the Eagles did that trade where the Eagles were like, "Here, just fucking take him. He's on the plane."
Take Bradford. We'll take a first rounder. Look,
just take him already.
It was a great move by Howie. However, they put him in a spot, and I think the kid reacted very well
He
considering
did.
his circumstances. So I have to give him that benefit because he didn't show up into a system, into a team that was established like Dallas. He showed up into a rebuilding team.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Dallas is not that good. Now, you have Aaron Rodgers. You have Aaron.
Aaron is looking good.
He's always look. You got him. You always get a chance to win. Like you could be throwing a ball to fucking people from in hospice care, and you're
Division III Wisconsin Whitewater is sending practice squad players over to the Packers, and they are making the starting lineup.
They've lost the 2 starting tackles and multiple other players, and they still find ways to win. I think that
because, like we said, Aaron Rodgers will drag you kicking and screaming to 10-6.
To 10-6. So I don't.
Do we think he's better than Brett Favre?
Yes.
Yes.
Easily.
By far.
By Favre.
I think so too.
All right, so here's the deal. No. Brett Favre was a very entertaining, charismatic quarterback.
Yes, he was.
He owns the touchdown record, but he also owns the interception
record and the
he
pass.
Was he was a gambler, and we were collectively enamored with him because he.
I love the fact that John Madden sitting there breaking down his mechanics, and the night after his father died, and he threw that 4 touchdown game against the Raiders, and it's like. Dude, you look at his mechanics, and they're just so out of whack, and yet he makes it work because he's just so skillful. And it's like Brett Favre, and that's where the Brett Favre man crush was born. Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre was good. He's a Hall of Famer. He's Hall of Famer.
But Aaron Rodgers, jeez.
I think as far as pure quarterbacking, like all the tools, if you were to have to quantify all the different things a quarterback does, there's no one more complete as a quarterback than Aaron Rodgers.
And not only that, he got an extra 3 years to sit and learn his offense behind Brett Favre.
Right.
Remember, he was shit hot coming out of Cal, though.
Yeah, he was.
So I think as long as
why did the Niners not take him number 1?
If you have someone like Aaron Rodgers, you always have a chance to win.
Yeah,
he's going to make it work. He's just
agreed.
But as for this game here,
I think I see the Packers winning 27-13. I don't see
you're going to go that easy on them.
I don't think the Cowboys are going to score that many points. I think that they have one good edge rusher who will take advantage of the fact that they're missing their 2 tackles, who will make life a little difficult for him. But I don't think it's going to be enough to make him too uncomfortable to where he can't put up some points. I got him scoring 27. I got him scoring an easy 27 of clock controlling, keeping the offense off the field, and just winning the game. What you got?
I got the Packers winning this one 38-17. It's going to be an ass kicking.
It could be. They are playing in Jerry World, and I'm sure Dallas wants a little bit of get back for them shitting themselves last year in playoffs.
Oh, I understand that.
But I mean, they won't get it. But I'm sure they want.
Oh yeah,
sure they want it. So the Chiefs versus the Texans, man. This
was a tough one for me.
This was tough for both me and Kenny. The Chiefs are unfucking defeated for a reason, and the Texans are playing pretty goddamn good football.
Their defense is good.
Their defense is good. I can't bet against the Chiefs right now, though. They're finding ways to win. Look. Alex Smith is finding ways to win. The defense is coming up when it needs to. The running game is breaking plays when it needs to. I got the Chiefs winning by 3, 27-24.
See, I'm going to go the opposite of that. I've got the Texans winning by 3, and I think it's because mostly I've seen a lot of the Texans so far, and not only in that week 3 win, the Patriots had against them, where they basically had to pull miracles out of their behinds. Brady finding Cooks in the back of the end zone for a game-winning touchdown. It's like, seriously, they gave Brady a beating.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not the only quarterback they have beaten.
Well, I mean, they're
Blake Bortles and Marcus Mariota will both attest to the fact that this is a stout, legit Texans defense.
It is, and Deshaun Watson is able to
is a lot better than we thought he was going to be way earlier.
Well, we're going to see how he progresses throughout the season, but he's hard to bet against right now.
No, he's not. And not only that, but I think that the underneath routes for the running backs will not be available as they were against their previous opponents. Especially like with the big play game changers that the Patriots were giving up left and right to the Chiefs on opening night. I don't see the Texans giving up that big strike capability.
I see Andy Reid being able to game plan that rookie out of existence. Andy Reid's good. He's good in prep.
I'm going to go the opposite. I think the Texans equal this one out.
All right. Look, the game is going to be played.
It is.
All right.
It's Sunday night.
Monday matchup. Vikings versus Bears, right?
Yeah.
All right, the Bears are not a good team, but they are playing at home. It's hard to bet against them. This would be.
Yeah, they've been impressive at home.
This would be Trubisky's. Well, that's because they beat a. All right.
Suspect Steelers team.
The Steelers lose to bad teams on the road.
And not only that, but they almost beat the Falcons on opening day.
Right, but the Falcons weren't that.
Well, they aren't as good as we thought
they aren't as they're. I don't know.
Denny Green.
I don't know what to think of it. I don't know what to think of the Falcons.
I don't know either.
But
I'm stunned.
The Vikes lost Dalvin Cook for the season with an ACL.
That's a tough one.
Bradford's knee is still quite
bulky.
Yeah. It's looking like he need repaired a couple times.
Yeah.
But Case Keenum's playing well.
He's managed the game
well. Managed the game well. Stephon Diggs is still catching footballs.
Adam Thielen is looking great in the slot.
They're doing good. The defense is still adequate.
Stout.
Above adequate, above average. So I got the Vikings winning 21-10. Now, could Trubisky be an X factor that take the Bears and make them into something? He definitely could be. He's got a very interesting skill set. The problem that we all have with him is that he doesn't really have a body of work even in college.
No, 13 games as a starter.
13 games as a starter in college.
Yep.
He doesn't have a huge body of work. Now, he's got an interesting skill set. I don't know where it is at this level, though. But we're going to get a chance to see.
We are.
Against a division rival with a good defense. So, look, I'll tell you what, Chicago. Trubisky comes out here and fucking makes the magic happen. You guys' future gets a lot brighter. But if he comes out here and looks like a rookie, you're going to lose this game.
Yeah.
So, what'd you call this game?
I got this 17-14 Vikes.
Yeah, that's fair. Divisional games in the NFC
North. Yeah, the NFC North are slugfests.
They tend to be slugfests. All right, so.
Speaking of slugfests.
You know what it's time for?
It's our
Beer of the Week.
Oh.
Greetings, I'm Dirk Digley of the Philadelphia Digglers.
And I'm Kenneth Dorksworth of the Connecticut Dorksworth.
And we are here to give you Dirk Digley's Shitty Game Time Beer of the Week.
All right, this week's Beer of the Week is something that I've just kind of had
sitting around
in the cooler for a minute. We've kind of been putting off drinking it for a while, and
we just said, damn it, we might as well just get it out of the way because we went through the epic high of Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, we did, so we got to bring ourselves back down, right? So this week we're drinking Busch Ice.
Busch Ice.
This is an Anheuser-Busch product.
This is like the I'm in Delaware of beers.
This is bad. All right. Yeah, that's not saying it's bad yet. Let's drink this. Hold on.
It really doesn't do much for me.
It's
not bad, but it's not good either.
It's got 5.9% alcohol.
Yeah, there's that.
God damn. All right, so
punched in the head.
I'm drinking it. It's ice cold. It's not bad, right? It's like
this is a volume, not a quality.
If you don't give a fuck about what kind of beer you drink, this is your beer.
Is it beer? Is it in your glass? You're drinking it. You're that kind of drinker. This is your beer.
Right. If I came to your house, went into your man cave, and I asked for a beer, and you handed me this, the rule states I have to drink this beer. I would drink one of these. To be kind.
Two.
I would drink one.
I'm more of that guest that's like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna not diss you in your pad.
Well, no, I took the beer. I'm not gonna bitch about the beer. I'm just not gonna drink a bunch of them because it feels like a hangover in a can.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm trying to live to see the next day here. I'm not as young, and I can't just drink garbage like I used to back in the day, 10, something years
12 years ago.
A long time ago.
2005.
Long before.
Hey, speaking of 2005.
Yeah.
It's October.
It is.
Yeah, I still have a dent from your knee.
Sorry.
Yeah, because 12 years ago this month, I got promoted to sergeant. That was a fun day, wasn't it? Yeah, you and all the other sergeants in the battalion go like, come here, Perk. Come here.
Boot.
Yeah.
Fucking boot.
Just laying into my leg.
Hey,
yeah.
look, dude, hazing is fun when everybody actually wants to do it.
And it was one of those that was nice to feel included.
Dude, when I picked up Corporal, I got my ass kicked in the crypto cage. They're like, hey, we need you in the crypto cage. And I was like, I went in there. Door closed, looked around, nobody didn't see us. I was like, oh, bitches, it's on.
And I was like, oh, you're going to come in from both sides. And I was like, fighting you guys off. And I was taking knees from left and right.
That's what it is, man. Welcome to the club. So
it was great. It was good. It was fun.
So
I loved it.
Let's get into this week's hot take.
Holy super shitty indefensible hot takes, Diggler. What are we going to do now?
Johnny, Dork, to the take mobile. Okay, hold on. I guess I just gotta get this started. Hold on. It takes a minute. It's kind of old. All right.
Really?
All right. I think. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. All right. All right. So I'll kick it off.
All right.
My inexplicably terrible hot take of the week is the Pats finished the season at 8-8 and failed to win the division for the first time in fucking years. The Bills take the division that nobody seems to want. Now, Kenny is over here like cringing and doing what looks like an interpretive dance, trying to persuade me to stop. But I'm gonna persevere and continue. Look, they look bad.
You realize the Bills haven't made the playoffs since 1999, right?
I do. I also realize that I've never seen the Pats look this fucking bad. I really
You didn't watch them in 2002.
No. Pre-Belichick Brady era. I have not seen the Pats look this incomplete. Normally you have a defense that's stout and can force a couple turnovers, right? And an offense that's good. And then it switched to offense that was explosive, and the defense was good enough to slow down the other team. And then, like the last couple of years, we had the squirrely underneath guys like Wes Welker and Edelman doing all the grunt work.
Now Chris Hogan.
And Chris Hogan doing all the underneath work, keeping the defense off the field, and the defense being just enough bend, not break. But now the defense is trash. You've lost tons of receivers, some of which for the season.
Did you not see Thursday night?
Dude, not a good team. They're squeaking out wins against bad teams. So I'm saying,
you're calling Tampa Bay a bad team.
I am, because how did they just lose? How did they lose? You should have lost that game against Tampa.
It should have been a lot closer. I'm not going to say that it guaranteed it would have been a loss.
Folk missed 3 kicks. He makes 1 or 2 of those. The game is totally different, dude. Look.
I understand that.
The Pats are a bad team right now.
But then you also have to realize that it would have changed some of the Pats' decisions later on in the game instead of going for field goals.
My shitty indefensible hot take is they go 8-8 and that the Bills take the division, and that it really...
And it's not so much of a shitty hot take because I said that they could win this division at 7-9.
I think it's a shitty hot take from my perspective because I'm used to seeing the Patriots be a lot better than what they are.
All right.
So
I'll give it to you.
Because the Pats normally figure some shit out. Now, I just don't see it happening. My hot take is this year,
season's got
they
11
simply
games.
don't have the talent to make it happen.
And I'm gonna counter that logic with the fact that they still have 6 division games left.
Yes.
2 against the Jets, 2 against the Bills, 2 against the Dolphins, and Smoking Jay.
You'll beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Because
so what are they now? 3-2?
the Dolphins the Dolphins are...
No. The Patriots are 3-2.
The Patriots are 3-2.
Yeah, so that's 2 against the Jets, 2 against the Dolphins. You're 7. There's 7 wins. You split against the Bills, you're 1-1.
You're guaranteeing
8.
Sweeping the Jets and Dolphins.
Yes.
The Jets are inexplicably winning games.
The Jets are also inexplicably bad.
Yeah, but they're winning games being bad.
Yeah, they can't beat the Pats. I'm saying it.
All right.
And then old Marmalade is win number 9. The Chargers. Then you got the Falcons.
Don't trust the Falcons. Never trust the Falcons.
Exactly.
Never.
That's win number 10.
Never trust the Falcons.
They're going to get to 10-6, and that's why your take is indefensibly shitty.
It is pretty shitty, though, right?
It is.
All right, so what you got for your take there, dork?
Well, it's a baseball hot take.
Oh, I like baseball takes.
And branching off of my anger and my disgust with John Farrell as Red Sox manager despite the 2013 World Series. And then not only that, but him wasting the last year of David Ortiz. The chants of Fire Farrell will be so loud at Fenway Park tomorrow.
How loud?
They're going to be heard at Yankee Stadium by the guy selling hot dogs.
Nice.
Fire Farrell.
Bap, 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 bap.
Fire Farrell.
Bap, 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 bap.
Yeah.
Will the butt scratcher guy be there?
He will.
Butt scratcher!
Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher!
Butt scratcher.
Sir, butt scratcher. Butt scratcher. Butt
$5. Butt scratcher.
Butt scratcher. All right, Gianni, what you got for your hot take?
Since the Chiefs are looking unreasonably good, not unreasonably. I mean, they've got like a lot of talent, but we know how the Chiefs do. I am saying that Alex Smith is going to win the league MVP, and the Chiefs are going to run the table and win the Super Bowl.
Run the table.
Run the table.
19-0.
Hey, man.
Run the table.
Call the 72 Dolphins and tell them to have a defibrillator ready.
That is a pretty...
I'm telling you.
Pretty indefensible take there.
Hey, as somebody who came within 35 seconds of seeing his 19-0 team, I wish you luck on that, but don't get your hopes up.
Karma struck
I
you
mean,
guys.
look, this is why it is indefensible.
And shitty.
Considering the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Chiefs normally lose in the first round of the playoffs, no matter what their regular season record is.
Yeah, but then they beat the Texans a couple of years ago, and then they went in the second round and lost at New England.
All right. The last time they made the playoffs was under Marty Schottenheimer, in which case, yes.
No, the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Wait, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, they've made it under Reed.
They didn't lose in the first round though, like that.
No, they lost to the Colts in the first round, 45-44.
Who was coaching Kansas City when you guys had Priest Holmes?
When they had Priest Holmes?
Yeah.
Oh.
The coach who cried all the time. He used to coach in Philly too, and the Rams.
Not
Vermeil.
Dick Vermeil.
Yeah, Dick Vermeil.
Dick Vermeil, your coach? Yeah. He was an emotional guy.
He was.
Yeah, good old
He
Dick
was,
Vermeil.
But he won a Super Bowl in St. Louis, shockingly.
He's a good guy. Like, he was in Philly, he was good.
Yeah.
The whole Vince Pompey, whatever his name is.
Papali,
invincible off the bartender who won a spot as an Eagle. Open tryouts because the Eagles were absolutely trash that year.
Yeah, 1976.
And a whole lot of other years, too. But
that was also the year of the Meadowlands Miracle, wasn't it, with Joe Pisarcik at quarterback?
there was a couple it's like 3 or 4 Meadowland Miracles against them. Like,
yeah, you love every second of it.
No, so all right. So let me cover the NFC East rivalries real quick for those who may not know. Historically, the Eagles and Giants are rivals, right? They're two of the oldest franchises in all of football.
Yeah.
They've played many games against each other, second only to like the
Bears and the Packers, yeah.
Right? So right behind the Bears and Packers are Eagles and Giants. And they've beaten the living shit out of each other for a long time. However, they're both East Coast blue-collar fan bases.
Yep.
So there's a mutual respect amongst the fans between those two teams. The teams beat the fuck out of each other, but the fans typically behave because neither fan is too different from the other one, right?
Yeah.
Now, the Redskins...
that's twice.
Oh.
That's twice you almost said it.
Shitty ice beer. So Dallas and Washington are also huge rivals, right? Why? Is because when the Washington team was segregated, and so DC has a huge black population, and when the Cowboys showed up, they were like, hey, and so out of spite, a lot of the black folks in DC went and became Cowboys fans, right? So, Kenny, when you head down to DC, you'll see a huge contingency of Cowboys fans. That's why, right? So, Washington is split between Dallas and Washington fans. That's why there's so many here. It's racism. They're because of fucking racism.
Wow.
So, yeah, remember, Washington was the last team to integrate. Have to be forced to integrate.
So they're the Red Sox of the NFL.
They are. They really are. They really are. So
that's our cross to bear. We know.
So you have that rivalry there, right?
Yeah.
You have that rivalry there, right? But the fan hatred is not as intense as it is between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Those Cowboy teams in the 90s coincided with some very good Eagles teams from the 90s. The Cowboys knocked the Eagles off in the playoffs a few times, made the Super Bowl and won. It's there, but the fan bases, the incompatibility of the fan bases is where it's at. There's nothing worse than a Cowboys fan to an Eagles fan, and there's nothing worse to a Cowboys fan than an Eagles fan. There's so much hate. If you look at the poll results, the team they hate the most in Texas is the Eagles. The team they hate the most in Eastern Pennsylvania is the Cowboys, not the Giants.
Yeah.
The fucking Cowboys.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, go a little west, and there's another team that they hate.
Yeah. You go a little west. Now, Steelers fans also hate the Cowboys because of the 70s.
But they hate a certain other northern team more.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate there. But just to give you some... So when we talk about how shitty, how much I hate Cowboys fans, that's why. It's historically, yes, we want to be the Giants. But the Cowboys, there's no chant of New York sucks. It's Dallas sucks.
Yeah.
Dallas sucks. So, whatever. So, all right. Hey, look. That's the show.
I know. It's good to be back.
Fuck yeah, man. Look, it's good to be back.
Yes.
I love talking with you two on here, man. It's really good to have you. As usual, listeners, we're on Mixcloud, we're on SoundCloud, we're on the YouTube. They stopped monetizing YouTube if you have less than 10,000 subscribers.
Well,
Right, so that 24 cents I have,
gone.
it's just going to sit there
it's
forever
gone.
until we get over to 10,000
Well, I guess that's squad goals.
squad goals, 10,000 subscribers or views or something to that effect, and we can start monetizing again. But so as like I said, look, we're on YouTube, we're on SoundCloud, we're on Mixcloud. Hit us up on email like Chris did, dirtdiggler2823@gmail.com, and
KNP278@gmail.com.
we're also on the Facebook, we're also on the Twitter and Instagram.
We're all over your social medias.
all over your social medias. Wu-Tang Financial, which is actually, Wu-Tang's starting a cryptocurrency.
No, right?
They're starting a cryptocurrency.
It's
Cream
real!
currency. Wu-Tang Financial.
Hey, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Diversify your bonds.
They sure ain't.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Diversify your bonds. So, hey, look, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Fire Farrell,
Yep. Diggler
the dork,
and
Gianni.
out.
Out.